Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with me, Mr. Hernandez. I'm a teacher at a high school level and I make videos for middle, high school, and college level students to help them build deeper, stronger relationships with their teachers and take charge of their learning. So this past week, I really liked getting to meet a lot of parents during our school's open house. I really like to utilize those relationships throughout the coming year, and I really look forward to building deeper relationships with your families. Going off of that, I'm really excited to talk to you guys about what are you supposed to do if you miss class. If you think the answer is just to ask your teacher, then you need to watch this video to come up with better solutions about what you should do if you miss class. So stay with me. Although you might be thinking, asking your teacher what you missed that previous day or the week before, for whatever reason, you might be thinking that's a good idea because it's showing that you're interested in the learning. However, what you're actually doing and what it can be construed as by a few teachers, including myself, is that you're trying to just go straight to the answer and get this answer straight from the teacher without doing any prior work yourself. It's actually always better to come up with things and say, hey, I missed this lesson and I don't understand this piece of information from the notes. Can we schedule a time to discuss that in deeper detail? So how are you going to get the information that you missed without directly asking your teacher? So stay with me because I'm going to give you guys 2 ways that you can come up with that information and really build a deeper relationship with your teacher by showing them that you were taking initiative. So the first way that you can ask this question is to first go to a friend in the class. Ask a friend, okay, hey, I missed this class yesterday. Can you share the notes with me? Maybe you can do that before school, after school. Send them a text message, give them a phone call. Whatever way that you're going to do that and get that information from your friend. Not only that, but it's really good to just have a friend in your class. Even if that's just one friend, you should have contact with somebody from that class that you can potentially reach through some method so that you can get that information. And not only that, it helps you discuss things and create a deeper learning during class time because you're feeling more comfort in the class and you're feeling like you have a reason to be there because you have a friendship with someone within that period. So that would be the first method, is approach someone that you know from that class period. Try to get some of the notes from them, try to help on, or try to ask that person for some help on that assignment that you missed or some information about what you missed so that you can move forward and ask that teacher like, hey, I missed this lesson. I got the notes from so-and-so, but I need to go over this a little bit into deeper detail. She couldn't answer, or he couldn't answer all of these questions for me. So can we schedule a time to do that? Your teacher's going to be really impressed that you've already taken that initiative to figure out what you missed and is going to be really excited to spend that time to go into deeper detail that you had wanted. The second thing that you can do is to learn your teacher's policies when it comes to what are you supposed to do when you miss class? What are you supposed to do with missing assignments? There are several things teachers can do. One thing is if they have a calendar posted in their classroom, you can see what lesson you're going to be doing for each particular day. For my class, I actually have a website with a calendar and lessons posted everywhere so people can see exactly what was missing or what they had missed for each specific day. And I stay on top of that pretty good so that everyone knows. And the reason I stay on top of it is for students who might miss a class for any particular reason. I know a lot of teachers have some sort of bin in their classroom where you can just rifle through it and get the paper that you missed from that previous day. And so that's a way that a lot of teachers stay organized. Another way that teachers might stay organized is through the syllabus. I know in high school and middle school, the syllabus that you get might be pretty barren, but in a lot of cases in college, the syllabus that you get is going to have a detailed outline of every particular thing you're supposed to be doing every single day. So if you just go back and you check that syllabus, then you're going to be able to say, hey, I missed this lesson on this particular day, or this assignment was due. Go straight to that teacher or professor and say, hey, I missed this. What can I do about it? So finally, if you've exhausted those two options, there's going to be that third option about you going to that teacher and saying, hey, I missed this. But it's always better to state the steps that you've gone through. Hey, I looked through the syllabus, but then I talked to my friend in the class, so-and-so, and he or she said that, oh, we actually didn't do this. We actually moved it to this other day. And so I need to really figure out, what did we miss? When you come at it from this lens of, hey, I checked these resources, but it was blank. And I asked this person, but they weren't exactly sure what was happening. So or I checked the bin where we always put our assignments, but there was nothing in the bin. So can you tell me where I can go to get that information? And that teacher is always going to be more willing to work with you because you've already put in that work. So that's what I'm always trying to tell you guys, is when you're putting in that work, when you're coming to us saying, hey, I am working and I just need a little bit more assistance to be successful. Can you tell me how I can reach that success? Then as a teacher, I'm always going to be astounded by the intuition of the student. I'm always going to be surprised by the steps that the student is taking, because you're really showing that you're taking charge of your learning. And I'm going to really start to focus in on you, because I know that you're someone who is really invested in your learning, and it's going to make me want to help invest more time into you than you might be expecting from a normal teacher. So if you've completed those 3 steps, really you are going to be meeting our expectations from a teacher or professor standpoint, because as a teacher, I do expect students to check my website. I do expect students to come in with missing work or questions about those missing assignment that they may have had. And so that when we actually keep going forward, they're not so lost. Because if you do nothing, guess what? The class, while you were absent, kept going. I am a little bit snarky when students ask me, hey, what did I miss yesterday? Or did I miss anything important? And I'm really snarky and sarcastic when people ask me that question, because normally my response is, oh no, we waited for you to come back. The reason I say that is because every day you miss class, no matter what class that is, yeah, you did miss a learning experience, and you should really be trying to dive into those learning experiences as much as possible. I try to do that with everything I have as well. So if you really want to meet your teacher's expectations, and you really want to show them that, hey, I am here to learn, because this is where we want you to be. If you're asking, did I miss anything important? You're way down here. So meet our expectations by asking us, by going through those previous steps, and then showing that initiative that you are going to be a student who is invested in learning for him or herself. So I hope you guys know how to approach me in the future, or to really impress other teachers in the future about what you're supposed to do if you miss class, because everybody misses class. I don't think I've ever heard of a single student that does not miss class for one reason or another. Sickness is going to hit, appointments are going to come around where you're just going to have to miss class, and that's okay. So take charge of your learning and really build that relationship with your teachers, so that you know exactly what you're supposed to do if you miss class. So I really do hope this information can be applied for you guys in the coming weeks. I'm Mr. Hernandez. Keep working hard. Stay safe.